I've been expecting you. As you saw in the last video, I found the bubble pop-up screen. You know, you learn a little bit here and there. You learn a little bit, you learn a little bit. Alright, we've got, I got Bruce's pipe resting right now. And I'm going to get back to Kevin, the smoking deck's pipes. But I've got the stem all polished up. It was pretty good anyway, but now it's like a mirror. You can even see the camera and me. Okay, but I got her all polished up. It didn't need any sanding or any bleaching or barkeeper's friend or anything. It was clean and everything, but we got her all, looks like glass. That looks good. Looks good. And then the bowl, it's kind of weird. You can actually wax the bowl and let it sit. In some bowls the wax will just, I don't know, the brighter kind of absorbs it. It's getting there. It's shiny, but not shiny enough for a 100-gram tin of Virginia woods and some Northwoods. So we'll work on that some more, but I'm gonna get some of Kevin's pipes in the next step of the process. Got some isopropyl, 70%. Usually I'll use 70 or 92 or whatever it is, but this is all they had, and it's good enough. Some people use Bacardi and everything, but I just use isopropyl. I've got kosher salt. Don't use the granulated stuff. You gotta use kosher. Gotta use kosher salt. My little sand trap. That is what I set the pipes in, because you can put them in different angles in the sand and it holds it. Now I've got to decide which pipes I want to do. And you know, I found some pipes, it's like Christmas. You never know what you're gonna find in a pipe. I mean, you could take the stem off, and you could have like a $100 bill wrapped around the shank inside. You know, you don't know. So let's see what this one has in it. What is that? What is that in there? What is that? What is that? Oh, oh, look at that! It's someone's old Band-Aid that they used to tighten up their stem. Yeah, we're not going to keep that on there. You just never know what you're going to get from eBay. That's nasty. I don't know where it is, a piece of tape or something. What we'll do is we'll fix this thing properly. You can use the drill bit method. You could, but I have some natural beeswax, and so that way, you know, if it gets too tight, you can take off beeswax. You can add more beeswax. That's pretty good, actually, because it's got that sticky stuff on it. But we'll put a little we'll clean it off, put some beeswax on it, and get her set up. So we're going to start off with, we'll do this guy. This is a Fisher. Big Fisher, big fat bowl with a big stem. Good size. You can see how long it is. And what else are we going to do? I'm going to split these two up, because it's like two little nose warmers. Nose warmers, Flieger, nose warmers. Is that Flieger that said that, or Tamper? No, sorry, maybe Tamper Peterson. Sorry, Tamper Peterson. Nose warmers. Gosh, I don't know which one. I guess we'll just do this one. The Laurent. I guess it's a bulldog shape. It's a neat one. Tighten that stem up too a little bit. I'm only going to do three. I'm only going to do three. And I'm going to go ahead and do this Tobacco Tavern, because it has that gorgeous bird's eye on it in flame grain. Just a gorgeous Dublin. I've never been much for Dublins. They just look too small and dinky, but this is a very nice, elegant looking pipe. I said elegant. I said elegant. Okay. Sometimes what I will do, if they're really nasty, which this one might be. Yeah, I'll do it to this guy, so I'll show you. But first, I'm going to take a Q-tip, dip it in the alcohol to where it's got like a little drip kind of hanging off, and I put it in the hole. I twist it until it fits in there, which it doesn't want to. Try the other side. There we go. So that way it keeps any salt from going up, and it kind of controls the alcohol flow from going up in there. And I'll fill it up about halfway, or a little more, and I tap it down, and I kind of tap it to where it kind of goes into the shank opening a little bit, because there's gunk in there you kind of need to leach out to. So kind of make sure it goes in there, and then we'll top it off. And I've been leaving it just a little below the rim, just ever so below the rim, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Because if you fill it full of alcohol and you're not paying attention and you drip over and it runs down the bowl to the bottom and it just sits there in the sand and it sits there for 18 hours, guess what that does to your stain? I've had to completely resand a pipe before and wax it back down. It looked just fine, but I don't want to do that again. And what I'll do is I'll set it in the sand at an angle, and that angle will be enough to where it won't, I can fill this up as much as I can with alcohol, but it won't run out the shank. So it kind of keeps, you know, it's like a, you know what I mean, whatever. Alright, now this Dublin has a very large opening in the bottom. When I put this in, it goes all the way through, which you can't see, but it goes all the way through. So I'm going to use 2 Q-tips, dip them, and wedge them in there. There we go. And make sure you don't get any alcohol anywhere on the outside of that stain. And I will, and this one it's blocked all the way down in there where it reaches the foot of the bowl. Foot of the bowl? Heel, foot, can't remember. So you don't really, you know, I just tap it and settle it. And it's not going to go into the shank because it's completely blocked. And then I will fill it up. Sorry I can't get much closer while I'm working, but I'll fill it up just like that, where it's a little bit below the rim, and we'll set him in there at a good angle to where it won't run out the shank when I put the alcohol in, but it'll maximize my ability to put alcohol in here to the top. It's at an angle, so it kind of fills up to one side quicker. But this guy's got a lot of wear to him. This guy I'm actually going to not do this. I'm going to fill him up, the shank up, because the shank can get all gunked up also. And this one you'll leave maybe, probably got to leave it right there, maybe a little bit more. You know, an 1/8 of an inch, depending on how good you are, I guess. I don't know how comfortable you are with the pipe. And I tap it down. Now, some of it will spill out into the bowl just a little bit, but I've got the shank set to leach. But it's a little bit below the rim, so when I put the alcohol in, when it's at an angle and I'm putting alcohol on both sides, it won't come out this way and it won't come out this way. And I'll cup that, fill this up. Fill it up part way, tap it. This is going to be a nice big bowl. Chimney pipe form. You could even use this for flakes. It's not too wide, but it's good and deep. Alrighty. So I got that filled up, and I've got the shank filled up. see, try to make this kind of short, the angle that these are at, my ginormous tripod sticking out. You can kind of see they're at an angle to where if I put alcohol in this end, it'll fill it up, but it won't necessarily spill all out that end. And vice versa, when on this one, when I put alcohol in that end, it won't come out and run out the other end. You kind of want it at a good balance. Alright, now we will just top these all off with alcohol. In the first hour, I'll keep topping them off because it'll keep, the alcohol will keep moving down into the shank, or the salt and the mold and the shank area and everything. So I'll keep adding alcohol little by little, and I'll add it into the shank and everything, and then we'll let them set for probably 18 hours or 24 hours. Alright guys, we're going to leave it at that for now. I've only got room to start 3, so I'm going to get 3 going. You guys take care.